managing and just the energy of the day to day, what each person needs and giving them that. It's a massive undertaking and an incredible lesson in management.
Bob, it's a whirlwind when you're thinking about this job. Did you have a point to look at the personnel that was here, or did you just trust that it would be?
I didn't. It's so interesting. I was actually on an interview, and went well. So I'm traveling, and it was an in and out day trip, and I was just flying back home. I really was just dressed for that day, and I got the call. Would you consider? So we had a layover in Chicago. Would you consider being rerouted to Lincoln? I said, absolutely. I would consider. Just no. I have no. I was in a sweatshirt and jeans, and I had my interview stuff. I was slinged over my shoulder. I said, I'm not dressed, or I had one set of clothes. I said, we don't care. Come on out. We want to talk football. I said, okay, great. But I felt bad, so I actually changed in the bathroom of the Lincoln Airport into my suit that I had on the afternoon before. So no, I definitely didn't get a chance to watch any tape on personnel. It was a whirlwind. Yeah.
Do you trust a place like Nebraska has what you need, I guess, on the shelves?
I say absolutely unequivocally yes, and I also say unequivocally yes. There's not going to be a moment where we get the group together and it's like, whoa, because I don't believe in that. And our system has a lot of flexibility. We can piece and put guys where their physical traits fit best. So the image that you have of 3-4 and the front 2 gapping is not the system that I've created. So there's a lot of flexibility. The Nebraska defensive personnel is going to be just fine to become and be a great defense.
So was that Wednesday when you were changing in the airport, doing all that?
Yeah, it was either Wednesday or Thursday. Mm-hmm. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
Coach, you grew up in the conference. I guess when you think of Big Ten football, what does that bring to mind?
Great fans, high level integrity, conference that does it the right way. Physical football, pads first attitude, great student athletes that serve and understand serving, that understand academic achievement, that understand being a student athlete. I mean, that's when I think of Big Ten. Those are just some of the things I think of.
You talk about your obsession with detail. You want to implore that to your guys as well, talking to some of them. Are we going to hear about the frog and the scorpion? Are they going to hear
absolutely
some of the famous
absolutely oh absolutely yeah no, the scorpion and the frog fable is an important lesson to understand. Just the nature of your behaviors and the profile that you create, we're going to have to believe. I'm not going to say get on my back, I'm going to swim you across the lake to the scorpion, because halfway across you get stung. So as you look at the body of work, to entrust someone who has a body of work that lacks accountability or responsibility, to think that you're going to count on that person on third down or in the red zone, it's just not going to happen. And that's where the scorpion and the frog story comes from. You did your research.
How about Pavlov's dog?
Yeah, no, that's an easy one. And that's me, right? So ring the dinner bell, put dinner out, eat dinner. Ring the dinner bell, put dinner out, eat dinner. Ring the dinner bell, put dinner out, eat dinner. Ring the dinner bell, I'm salivating. So, you do things, repetition over and over again, and it becomes a habit, it becomes a way of life. And I'm talking about a way of life. The way defending, you don't play on the defense, you become a defender. And the defender is not something that is turned on and off. When you are doing this the right way, you become a defender 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're going to become a defender the rest of your life. And you're going to defend your family, and you're going to defend your community, and you're going to defend the mission of the organization that you serve, and that never shuts off. And that culture and that mentality and that ideology is very important that we embed into the defensive player's DNA.
With 2 weeks left, how do you feel like you can best help finish out this recruiting class?
Whatever coach needs. So whatever they need right now, I'm excited to serve. Exactly what those mechanics are, I really have no idea. But I'm all in and ready to be utilized in any way that I can here with 1 week left.
In your previous stops, were there certain areas of the country you spent a lot of time kind of recruiting in that you're maybe more comfortable recruiting?
I mean, I've recruited everywhere. You know, I was at a university where it was a national footprint. The country was recruited, and as the leader of the defense, we would go all over to recruit, specifically the defensive players. And then being from the Northeast, I've spent a lot of time out there too. So
You were immediately were saying, I want to be a D coordinator again at a big place.
yes, I was.
And just trusting some would open or something would open.
Yes, yes, and I felt very good about it, and or I felt very good about wanting to do that. Like I was so excited to get back to some of the work that I absolutely love to do.
And you can't control what opens. So you kind of would you kind of feel at the mercy of, okay, let's see who makes a move, and I'll.
You are a little bit, and then if you know, fortunately there were some opportunities, and if there wasn't, I would have had to make a decision at that point.
Let's take about 2 more, guys.
Bob, some of your players from your Notre Dame teams talked about your red zone defense specifically, and just how much that was stressed. What's allowed you to be so good at that at the places you've been? You think?
Now, even a year ago, I think it as abysmal as things were at times, we still, I think, ended up with a national number 7 red zone defense in the country. It's exciting. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to take the field after a sudden change. If you're a defender and you have that opportunity to do something that's spectacularly challenging that the people that you serve need, that's awesome. It's an awesome feeling, and it needs to be embraced that way. And when the ball gets down into the red zone, in the high red, low red, tight red, it's to our advantage. And it needs to be viewed that way. Just because it's closer doesn't mean that we're at a disadvantage. It's to our advantage. Their playbook shrinks. The passing game's completely different. The run game's completely different. They can do a lot less of the things that they did on their way down there that they can do now. And some of those mentalities and that ideology and that training, like you mentioned, Pavlov's dogs, that becomes the winning edge down there. It's not necessarily the call. It's the mentality.
Anything else? Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nice